Hello, and thank you for joining me for Chapter 3 of Nightfall, the AI-written and acted crossover fanfiction that I'm sharing with you all. I go a bit more into detail in the first chapter, but I'm using AI Dungeon to write this story, pretty much just letting it run wild on its own, and I'm using UberDuck to provide the voices. Last time we were introduced to a character AI Dungeon somewhat rudely called The Bum, who I cast as Bender, and I thought we could begin this chapter following him and seeing what his deal was. AI Dungeon had other plans though, and you'll soon see, but we ended up going in a completely different direction. This chapter turned out to be a bit longer than the others, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. The Bum returned to his regular place in the abandoned hotel. He had done all he could to help Spike and his friends. The rest would be up to them. A few minutes passed, and the chief and his two thugs entered the hotel. They looked around, but saw no one.
I thought I heard something,
The chief said.
Probably just a rat.
The thugs left after saying this. The chief walked up to the Bum.
Hey,
He said roughly.
you're going to help us, aren't you?
Yes!
The Bum said.
Good.
He said, and left.
Great! No, I'm apparently asleep.
The Bum thought.
I guess I better earn my keep.
The Bum scuttled off to find the items the three desired. The next day, the rest of the main six arrived at the hotel where they would begin searching for the elements of power.
So, what's the plan?
Applejack said impatiently.
We divide and conquer.
Pinkie Pie chimed.
Each of us goes on our own to particular part of the hovel. We also have to be careful.
Rarity added.
The magic might be subtle, but I don't think we want to step too far out of line if we find it. I'll take the basement.
Pinkie said.
It has to be there. It goes deep underground after all. All right then.
Rarity said.
I'll start in the high floor of this section and work my way down.
I'll search this section.
Applejack said.
You can't.
Pinkie Pie cried.
It would be perfect if you search with me. We cover more ground that way.
Sorry, I'm going to have to decline.
How come?
Because I don't want to cover more ground than I have to.
What?
Well, it's great you want to go off on your own, but when I find the elements of power, we're going to have to part ways.
No, we aren't.
Yes, we are.
Why would we need to part ways when we find it?
It's complicated.
Can you at least explain it to me?
Alright, but just because I agree, don't think I have forgiven you. I won't ask again.
Applejack grumbled.
As you probably know, there are 6 elements of harmony: courage, kindness, honesty, laughter, loyalty, and wisdom.
I do know that much.
The farm pony said.
Each pony needs one element to have in their heart to be complete.
Fluttershy said.
I have 4.
Pinkie Pie said with a frown.
You need all of them. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Applejack agreed.
Now you know you don't have them all, but you could still get them.
Get them how? By doing the things that those other elements get you to do. Like being nice to animals for kindness, being clever for honesty, and so on. Sounds like a pain?
Pinkie Pie complained.
Not really.
Applejack said.
It's just being polite and helping out animals in the basement.
What would I have to do that could get me kindness?
The pink pony asked.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you could feed the animals down in the basement.
You want me to wipe off the towel it was sitting on? Yes, or maybe clean some of the cages. You want me to clean them? Pinky! What? I'm just asking questions. But you're not supposed to ask the questions. You're supposed to be collecting. Oh, right?
Pinkie Pie said.
Sorry. As I was saying, each of you must do one of these tasks to get the other elements. Why can't we just all do it? Because some of you need to stay here to protect the rest of us. I'm already here.
Fluttershy pointed out.
Yeah, I know, but some of us need to go out and do it.
Applejack explained.
So,
Wait, you're sending only some of us out to look for the elements?
that's what I just said.
Applejack said.
Now I have to ask you guys again. Who do you want to go?
After a moment, all the ponies looked at each other.
I want to go.
Rainbow Dash said.
Oh, really? You?
Well, yeah.
The Cyan Pegasus said.
I mean, I'm already here, and I could use a good adventure.
Rarity should go.
Fluttershy said timidly.
She's so delicate.
Yeah, I think I should go.
The fashionably dressed pony said.
Me? Sure, why not you? I don't know anything about looking for things.
Applejack said.
Pinkie Pie and Rainbow are better at it anyway. That's not true.
Rainbow Dash protests.
I'm an excellent lookout. You're a pony? So...
I want to go.
Pinkie Pie said. The other ponies all look at her, surprised by her outburst.
Well, I mean, you said you want to go on an adventure. Me too.
Said a second voice, this time a male one. All the ponies turned their heads to see a yellow boy in a red shirt.
Me free.
Said a yellow girl standing next to him.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Applejack asked.
Yeah, I did.
The boy said, picking up a small rock and tossing it at Applejack.
You don't need to be sorry. You were defending your friend there. I'm not her friend.
Pinkie Pie said.
Of course she is.
The boy said, smiling.
We all are.
Who are you?
The boy smiles.
Ask me questions, you Just me one? Oh, sure.
Rainbow Dash said.
Alright, go ahead.
The boy said.
But only one.
I'll stand me for you to ask.
Fluttershy said.
Are you the only one who wants to go?
Yeah, I guess so.
The boy said, sighing.
I'm 10. My name is Bart. What's yours?
I'm Applejack.
I'm sure you've heard that before. What would you like to ask me?
Why do you want to go with them?
Oh, just so they'll take me. I've been to Ponyville before, when I was little.
What's wrong with your family?
Nothing. Need to be alone for a while. How come you don't have any friends?
I have plenty of friends.
No, you don't. Nobody likes you.
They do. They just don't know it yet.
How come you're so alone?
Because I'm lonely.
Well, yeah.
Bart said, smiling.
But don't you have any other friends?
Yeah, but they don't want me.
Why not?
They're just being mean because they hate me.
That's horrible.
Bart said, a black look. He looks up at the ceiling for a second.
I feel like I know you.
How do you feel like you know me?
We're both lonely. Both have lonely hearts. Feeling blue.
Very?
I'll make you feel less blue.
How?
I'll show you. Oh, God. Don't you mean we'll show you?
The other kid said, giggling.
Shut up, Lisa.
Bart said.
How?
Applejack asks again.
Get on my back.
What?
Get on my back.
He repeated.
Trust me?
The girl, Lisa, opens her mouth as if to say something, but Bart shuts her down by looking at her angrily.
I'm trusting you.
He says.
Fine.
She sits on his back as he bends over.
Let's go.
He says, galloping off through the trees. Lisa begins to laugh maniacally.
What's so funny?
Bart asks.
You're funny. We should be friends. Yeah, we should.
The two continue to laugh as they leave. The remaining ponies look at each other.
I guess we follow the crazy kids then.
Rarity says.
You've done this before, right?
Pinkie Pie asks.
But the ponies from Ponyville.
Rarity nods.
Come on, I'm ready.
She says.
I don't know if we should follow these two.
Fluttershy says doubtfully.
Look at them. They're barely more than children.
We can't just leave them.
Rainbow Dash says.
They're all alone. It's dangerous out there.
We're not animals.
Fluttershy says.
But they already took Applejack with them. I guess we go get them back then.
And Pinkie Pie says.
Let's go.
They trot along after the kids, keeping pace with them.
Hey, leave some space.
Lisa shouts. Racing through the trees, the kids laugh and shout as they play.
Why are you following us?
Bart screams.
It's my job.
Pinkie Pie says.
What do you want?
Lisa asks.
Pinky wants to fight you.
Bart says to his sister.
Should we let her? Oh, please. No.
Lisa says.
We're not fighting these two. We should go find something else to do. Come on, Bart.
Fine.
Pinkie says.
I just wanted to see you fight.
Hey, yeah. See ya.
Bart says, ducking as Lisa swings at him.
You're not going to fight.
Lisa asks.
Not today.
Pinkie Pie says. With that, the two kids roll around in the dirt, wrestling and punching and kicking. Lisa seems to be holding her own, dodging most of his attacks.
That's a lot of hair.
She says, pulling at one of his mane.
You really are sisters. Shut up.
Bart says. He swings a punch, which she blocks. He elbows her in the face, which she knees him in the stomach. He falls to the ground and Lisa jumps on top of him, straddling him.
You two are so gross together.
She says before sticking a finger into his ear.
Oh, gross, disgusting siblings.
He says.
Bart. I'm going to tell Dad you're being mean to me.
She says.
Go ahead.
He says. Lisa sticks her tongue out at him before hopping off of him.
Can we stop now? I'm getting tired.
She says.
Yeah, let's go find some place to hide.
Pinkie says.
I want to look at all the pretty stars.
The kids seem to agree, so they keep going in a random direction. She knows she should probably go after Spike and get this over with, but something about watching these kids have fun in the middle of a kidnapping makes her not want to. The kids seem so carefree in their situation, and it makes her feel guilty. If only she were in a better position than this. Then again, if she wanted to be in a better position, she wouldn't be here now, would she?
Hey, Bert?
She asks.
Yeah.
Do you know where I can get my cutie mark?
What's that?
It's that symbol you get when you reach level 10 on some game.
She says.
I think you have to go talk to the cutie at the end of the path in the Lost Realm.
Thanks.
No problem.
He says. Lisa walks along, admiring the night sky. The kids have been going in a wide path, so they won't get lost, but they'll still avoid the Syndicate camp. She sees a light ahead of her, and walks up to it. It's a campfire with two men around it. One is the bum that they took the bread from earlier. He's asleep, possibly hungover. The other one is a skinny man with brown hair and a green shirt. He's awake and smoking a pipe.
Hey, kid,
He says.
did you lose your way?
Oh, no. I was wondering if this is the way to the Lost Realm.
It is indeed. What are you doing here? Not that I care. Of course.
Oh, you know, we were on a scavenge when we ran into some trouble. We were walking back to our camp when we found this boy.
Wait, any weapons, kid?
Lisa pulls out her bat and tosses it to him. He catches it with one hand.
Thanks.
He stands and walks around her.
Who is all here?
He asks.
You got any other weapons I should know about?
Lisa pulls out her knife and gives it to him. He catches it with the same hand.
How many of you were there?
9.
She says.
We're the Lost Bandits.
He chuckles.
I like your style.
The bum starts to wake up.
Hey, who are you? We've been surprised to take orders from the most pathetic member of our group.
Shut up, Ender.
I'm not your fucking boss. You can't just order me about who are you.
Name's Shaggy. I'm in charge of this camp. You see that mountain over there?
Yeah.
We used to be in a monastery. Above that mountain, we had everything we needed and more right in our mountain.
Wait.
Yeah, me and my sister Sugi and our dog Scoob.
What happened?
Brother came.
Who's that?
He's the horse wolf who people say leads the syndicate.
How do you know he does?
Because his sister Ferocious told us all about him.
Ferocious.
Yeah, she's the largest mountain lion ever recorded and 1,000 times more deadly than the most vicious wolf.
You're telling me this horse wolf has a sister?
Yeah, you've heard of them, right?
You, the ones who run all the gangs.
They are animals. They have no respect for anyone.
Lisa's not sure what to make of all this. She remembers that the bum was hanging around after everyone told him to scram. Lisa walks over to him and pokes him in the shoulder. He wakes up.
Hey, weakling, let's get going.
You,
We're getting eaten by Linus. Come on, let's go.
Linus.
Yeah, you know, the biggest fucking mountain lion ever seen. Her name's Ferocious.
Ah, fuck you. I'm not abandoning this spot just because you a chicken.
We're not staying here. You can sleep in my tent.
Shaggy looks up at the sky.
It's not even night yet. We'll be fine here.
We need to sleep during the day and at night, especially with this kind of company. A lion might get us.
Shaggy stands up.
I'm not sleeping in your tent.
Then you're dead.
Shaggy lights his pipe with some firewood.
I like to sleep at night.
He says. Lisa pulls out her knife.
Fine.
She says.
But if I don't return, it wasn't because of some stupid animal?
Lisa takes off into the forest. Lisa finds a nice, clear stream. She kneels next to it and starts drinking. She hears a noise and turns around. She sees Bart standing there. She gasps.
You're a girl.
She says.
I know.
He replies.
How can you drink water?
I'm not. I was just checking to see if you're still alive.
Of course I am.
You were lying.
Why are you following me?
I'm not. I'm just here looking for water. You're the only one here.
How can you be sure?
I just did.
What are you?
A ghoul. We only drink blood.
You're not even human.
She says, repulsed.
Where are the ponies?
Gone. They ran off. After they were attacked by some ponies who had been turned.
What do you mean?
I'm a ghoul. We live off the flesh of the dying.
Lisa gulps.
What do you want from me?
Your blood.
Lisa shakes her head.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm not killing you.
Well, you will if I kill you.
Lisa gulps. She knows he's telling the truth. There's no way around it. He'll kill her if she tries to fight back.
So, give it up.
No.
Dan, I was going to offer you a deal, but it looks like you're not willing to make one.
Lisa stands up.
What deal?
I was going to offer you a deal. I'm willing to leave you live if you give me your blood, but I can't stay here with my friends any longer.
What's in it for me? What?
Well, you'll get to live, for one. You can come with me, and we'll go find someplace safe.
Like the Syndicate.
Lisa sneers.
I'm not going to work for some fucking horse wolf.
No, not the Syndicate. I'm talking about a real place. We'll go someplace where there is food to be had, water to drink.
And live with you.
Lisa says, sighing.
Yes.
And in exchange for this deal,
You will have to be my
bitch.
Lisa asks, finishing his sentence.
Yeah, I know what your deal is. I'm not stupid.
You won't be my bitch. You will be my partner.
What's the difference?
Well, my bitch serves me and follows my orders. We're going to work together. You'll have to do the same.
Lisa thinks about it. For a second, her face is resolve. Then, it falters and she breaks. Her face crumples and she starts to cry.
I'm sorry. I'm just...
It's fine.
Bart says, sighing.
I get it. You're just shaken up from the trauma.
Lisa puts her head down. She's quiet for a second.
I'm sorry.
She says,
I don't know why I'm upset. I can't do this.
Do what?
I can't live without my family.
We're family.
Bart reminds her.
You'll see them again. I know. It's just so hard.
Lisa looks up. She smiles a bit.
So we're going to go find them together.
She says,
Where to start?
We don't to go too far. The emergency broadcast mentioned the police station, and they're just a few blocks away.
Do you know where it is?
I can get us there.
Bart says.
It's just an animal I have to feed once in a while. A lot of them in the city. He isn't even alive when I take their blood.
Lisa walks away towards the nearby alleyways. Bart follows her and they meet up with some others.
You two are so fucked up.
Shadow complains.
Can't you see this is the safest way to do this?
Just follow us.
Spike says, laughing.
If this stealth's still the way we want, you better hope there are no police around when we make our big breakout. Shadow, I thought you just got out of prison.
Lisa asks as they walk through the alley.
I did.
Ginny says.
You think you were safe? Because nobody can see us here. That there are cameras all over this area. You think they'll just keep our parents in the basement to question some more?
I guarantee it.
Spike says.
Come on, bitch. Time to bleed.
Lisa looks at Spike. He's smiling and seems to be enjoying the night. Lisa draws a blade from her boot.
Shouldn't we split up?
She asks.
Just you, me, and Bart go into the police station.
I'm not sure if running is going to help.
Bart says.
Maybe we should just go in as a team.
I'll tell you what.
Spike says, licking his lips.
How about you go in, stab one officer to death with your shift, and then go nuts on the rest of them with our new companion here.
Bart nods, smiling. Lisa nods.
You're the leader.
Lisa says.
I'll go with Bart.
Spike smiles, licking his lips. He slowly walks forward, stopping in front of the group. He holds out a hand and Lisa places hers in it. He pulls her to her feet, and the pair of them embrace.
See you soon, darling.
Spike says.
Maybe we can pick up where we left off.
Lisa smiles before turning and punching him in the face. He falls backward before getting back up.
You two sure you want to do this?
He asks, looking at Ginny and Shadow.
You both really want to be part of this family.
We're in.
And that's where I decided to cut it off. I had a hard time finding a good stopping point this time around. It just seems like, I don't know, it just kept going. But this was a good cliffhanger, I think. Next time, we'll join back up with the Pony characters, who I was very surprised to see join this chapter. Normally, AI Dungeon introduces a character with some random name, usually either like a weird fantasy name or something like Dave, and then I'll use UberDuck to find like a suitable replacement character for whoever it mentions. But because the notes that I'd left for it mentioned Twilight Sparkle, I decided all on its own to bring in the rest of the main six, calling them the main six, and made up all the stuff with the elements of power and all of that stuff all on its own. Eventually, it added in what it called 2 yellow ponies with orange spots, and thinking of those colors just made me think of Bart and Lisa, so I changed that to Bart and Lisa, and then just kept going with it from there, because I didn't want it to become a purely My Little Pony fan fiction. But then things just kind of devolved from there, I feel like. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this chapter, and if you haven't seen it yet, you should check out the previous one, which link to should be popping up around right about now. And here's what you missed in that video.
Oh, you're a friend of Shadow's. We should have known. How come you never told us you had friends we might have released before now?
Spike gets angry.
Will you stop with the fucking mystery tour? I came here to save my friends. Not waste my time talking to a fucking idiot.
The captain calms down.
All right, sorry. You're right, friend mine. Just surprised is all.